Hi, second graders. I'm going to go over a video for your math test. I wrote some notes down and I'll write a few more as we go along. You do not have to write any of these notes down, okay? This is just information I'm giving you to help you solve the problem. So, once again, do not have to write any of my notes. However, if I say stack and solve, I expect you to show your work. And that's pretty much every problem. I want to see your work. Okay, you're going to get a point for showing your work. So you need to do that. All right, so let me share my screen. And here we are. So here's a math test. Don't forget to write your name. Very important, write your name. On one, it says Milo has 37 pencils. He buys some more. Now Milo has 54. How many pencils does Milo buy? You can use the bar diagram to help you write out your equation, so do that. The hint I'm going to tell you is you are going to subtract on this. So that means you know your whole and you know a part. So you should have a number here and a number here, and then this will be a question mark. That's what you're solving for. So don't forget to stack and solve on this one, okay? Stack and solve. Number 2, this is like the one we did together on our review that we just got done doing, but now it's really the next day. So it was yesterday, which is crazy to think about. So it says David has 23 more stamps than Leah. David has 42 stamps. How many stamps does Leah have? So I wrote a bar diagram down here to help organize my work. So if I look at this again, it says David has 23 more than Leah. So we're comparing. And I know David has 42. He does have 42, but he has 23 more than Leah. So I know my whole, I hope you said whole. I know my whole is 42, and I know a part is 23. Stack and solve your work. Stack and solve. Write that down because you need to show the answer, and then you're going to fill in yes or no. So does this equation match this one, this one, this one, this one, which one? But remember, it doesn't necessarily have to match. It's just a different way of saying it. So a +1 might work. So think about what your question is asking you, okay? All right. Number 3, Brad has 14 fewer dimes than Elena. Oh, look at, they spelled their name different. Elena has 65 dimes. How many dimes does Brad have? So we know Brad has less, he has fewer. We know her whole. So we are comparing. So when we compare, think about what we do. Show your work here. Show your work. Four, write a number story for 75 minus 28 and then solve that story problem. So you're not given a ton of room here. So if you're a big writer, control your writing, okay? Try to fit it all in this box. And then solve, show your work, make sure you stack and solve. I wrote that down here. And I gave you the hints. So while you're taking the test, like you can pause it right now as you're watching the video, and you can do this. Make sure that you have 3 sentences in your story problem recipe, and that the first one has the first number, this, and it ends in a period. The second one has the second number and it ends in a period. And the third sentence asks the question and it ends in a question mark, obviously. Remember, don't ever tell me your answer. Don't say, I have 75 apples. I throw away 28 that are rotten. I have this many left. Don't say that. I always ask that question. How many apples are not rotten? Or something like that. You can't steal my problem either. All right, number 5. Jacob needs, oh, look at 2 equations, 2-step problem. So remember, whatever your answer is here, you're going to put it right there. And knocking things over. So remember yesterday when we reviewed, we could solve that problem 3 different ways. Leah had a way, Brett had a way, Charlotte and Griff helped us. Like we had a bunch of people, and I hope I didn't leave anyone out, but we all talked about how we knew that there were multiple ways to solve that problem. Same here, okay? Jacob needs 86 beads to make a necklace. So that's what he needs. He needs 86. The colors of the beads he needs are red, yellow, and blue. He has 34 red, 17 yellow. How many blue beads does he need? So we can do some adding, and then we can do some subtracting, or we could do both subtraction problems right now. You can solve it multiple ways, okay? So you pick what you like better. So like I said, you can either add the two numbers and then subtract from the bigger. And in that case, you wouldn't put your answer there. Or you can subtract, use your answer, subtract, okay? So make sure you show your work down here. I want them stacked and solved. All right, number 6, Ava has 47 more crayons than Benny Boo. Ava has 71 crayons. How many crayons does Ben have? So I marked this off. You don't need to explain how you're going to solve it. By showing your work, that's how I'm going to see you're explaining. So you don't need to write it out in words. By showing your work, I'm going to see your thinking, okay? So Ava has 47 more crayons than Ben, and she has 71. So we're comparing. What do we do when we compare? We, yay, I hope you all just said the magic word and I can tell you what it is. All right. Really, the backside are our fun problems. So we also saw this one. I'm looking at yesterday's work. These are not the same numbers on yesterday's work. So you can't look at yesterday's red pages to help you with this, but it's the same kind of situation. Willie collects cans to be recycled. The table shows the number of cans he has collected. So on Thursday, he had 16. Friday, he collected 25. And on Saturday, he collected 34. How many fewer cans did Willie collect on Thursday than Saturday? So those are the big 3 pieces of information. Fewer means we're comparing. So we have to do what operation? I hope you all just screamed it. Well, maybe not screamed, but said it. So you're going to use Thursday's number and Saturday's number. Make sure that if you're subtracting, maybe you chose to subtract, the bigger number goes on top and show that work. All right, so for part B, I circled part B with 8 and 9 because look at, these are all these multiple step problems. And so I said, show work, use a separate sheet if you need to. If you want more room and you write big, please use another sheet and put it with your math test. Either staple it, tape it, or just, if you don't have a stapler or tape at your house, just put it together so I have that work, okay? But you can do it on here if you want, but make sure I can read it and see your thinking, okay? So remember, we always do the work we can do first. Okay, so it says Willie collects some more cans on Sunday. Now he has 90 cans. Find the missing number in the equation. So you have to add all these up, and then you don't put your answer there. Remember, we have to figure out what this number is. So you're comparing. So think about what you need to do. On this one, find the missing number that makes each equation true. Solve the side you can, and then figure out what your missing number is. Okay, solve the side you can. And a lot of these, you're going to solve on this side and then subtract. You're going to solve on this side and then subtract. You're going to solve on this side and then subtract. On this one, you have to solve this side and this side. This one will probably be pretty easy to do mentally. I think you should be okay with that because we're going to end up with an easy number here because of those zeros. But you can always stack and solve it for sure. All right, I can see my video's laggy. Hopefully I don't look too crazy. So stop my share. And if you have any questions on this, feel free to seesaw me or ask at the 2 o'clock Zoom tomorrow when we check in. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Bye.